Hunger Games introduced us to the country Pan Am, something that was originally the United States of America. It's split up into 13 districts as well as the capital. The country works in flows by having each district do something that provides for the entire nation. In this video, I'm going to explain the origin of the country and explain what each district contributes to it as I go through the history of Pan Am. Of the nation. They all operated under the control of the oppressive capital. The districts had no say in the government and weren't even allowed to interact with each other. This led to each district having a very unique culture. Pan Am eventually fell into what was known as the Dark Days. This occurred when the district started to rebel.
And this is Oceania, controlled by a communist government with absolute power. The party monitors and controls every aspect of human life, to the extent that even having a disloyal thought is against the law. The cities are dilapidated. People are starving. Food is scarce. But the party ensures that every single home has a telescreen which blasts a constant stream of propaganda and monitors party members' behavior.
There are no more families, absolutely no love in marriage. Only kids spy on their parents, ready to report any words of disloyalty. There's no more truth. The party controls every source of information, managing and rewriting the content of all newspapers and histories for its own needs. There's no more independent thought. The newspeak language structures and limits the ideas people are capable of formulating. And most certainly, there's no more humanity. Everything characteristic of human race has been stripped off of the party members.
Listen, it's shocking. It's written about in the book of Revelation. Could it ever happen? The answer is, unfortunately, yes. Total population control. Bill Binney says that's what the National Security Agency wants. He should know. He was technical director of that agency and worked there for more than 30 years. He became one of their top analysts, perhaps the best code breaker in America, before he resigns because of their domestic spying programs. He's with us now from Washington. Bill, thank you so much for being with us. We're glad to see you.
Well, thanks for having me, Pat.
Look, how big is this apparatus of the NSA? We hear about it, but you know firsthand.
Well, I think there are about 40,000 people working at Fort Meade at NSA headquarters, close to 40,000. And then they have facilities all around the world, plus a number of contractors also associated with, probably on the order of 100,000, I would think, to 200,000 that work for them directly. So it's a rather large operation. I mean, it's between 10 and 15 billion dollars a year that they spend on it ever since 9/11. So that's quite a bit of money they're investing in it.
How much data can they acquire? Is there any limit to it?
Actually, the only limit is in terms of money, power, availability, and space to stack equipment to go and collect the material.
Well, now you said that the ultimate goal is total population control. In a democracy, that is really scary business.
It's actually a totalitarian process that's been used down through history. I mean, that's what totalitarian dictators, states, that's what they want to do. They want to know everything about the population so they can control it. That was the idea behind the Soviet Union, the East German Stasi. That was their idea, and the Gestapo and the SS, and down through history, many others.
Is our stuff more powerful than those agencies you mentioned?
Yeah, unfortunately it is. That's the real problem I see, is that the capacity is, when you're looking at electronic activity of individuals, like when you use a credit card, or when you make a phone call or email anybody on the internet, or do chatter on the internet, that can be monitored in near real time if they're necessary. Otherwise, they can capture it, collect it, store it, and then retroactively analyze it. So it's something that it provides the opportunity to monitor everybody in the country, in fact, most everybody in the world, in near real time throughout the day. And that's really 1984 on steroids, really.
Hey there, YouTube. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. So, do you think we're going to end up as the Hunger Games in the first video clip you saw? 1984 in the next clip that you saw? Or are we going to be The Road, Mad Max, Maze Runner, Divergence, a combination of all the post-apocalyptic movies you've ever seen? We need to start preparing for that eventuality. If you still believe that there's a plan out there and everything is going to be fixed sooner or later, you need to start having a plan for your plan. You need a backup for your backup. We are preppers. We're preparedness people. That's what we do. Do not put all our eggs in one basket. We have a plan and we have an alternate plan, and then sometimes we have a backup to the alternate plan. That's what we do. We try to prepare as best we can for any given situation. I worry mentally about a lot of people that are still fixated on a plan. I know they're good people. They are patriots. There's no doubt in my mind about it. And a lot of them are also getting prepared. But we cannot count on something that has not happened. We need to prepare for the things that we have been actually told by the communists running the country at this moment. They've told us that they want to take our children and re-educate them. Katie Couric wants to know how to reprogram all of us patriots. Most of the people like her ilk don't want us re-educated. They want us exterminated. Make no mistake about that. They got in power with the shenanigans in November. Right now it appears there's not a damn thing we can do about that. There's a lot of us that are still hoping and praying that something comes about. But you can still do that. But you got to have another plan for what I believe is the inevitable. Okay? They have told us what they're going to do. They put no shade on it anymore because they think that they're untouchable and that they cannot be stopped. They have already told us. They're already censoring our free speech, labeling us as domestic terrorists. Then they're going to try and take the guns. If they get those, all bets are off. All right? They are going to come for us. You're not going to be a gray man. There's no place to go. They've been tracking us for years. Your laptop talks to your phone. If you've got a Samsung TV, it talks to your phone and your laptop. If you've got smart appliances, they've been documenting everything that goes in your fridge just by reading the barcodes. Certain cesspool states have smart meters. They've been turning off people's power. People are dying because the state doesn't think they need to use that much power. There is going to be no hiding. You can give up your phone, you can give up your laptop, you can give up all your electric and everything, and that will get you by for a while. But they know where we all are. You saw that NSA clip. All right? We need to be getting our groups together. This country is going to be divided into many pockets of people out in the country, like I am, that are isolated from the cesspool, sheepletard cities. That is all going to be by intent. If they push the vaccinations and the credit scores, you're not going to be traveling anywhere, you're not going to be buying, you're not going to be selling, you're not going to be trading. I've been through this all. No one is going to make it by themselves out in the country, and I know none of us are going to go into the cesspool cities, because if you're in one of those, you're not getting back out. Those people will sell their souls for a loaf of bread and a bottle of water, and they'll sell your soul for it. We are going to have to stick together in our groups. I don't know that this guarantees our longevity or a way for us all to reconnect somehow and do whatever we need to do to take back the country. But if we are not prepared to try and survive as best we can, then it doesn't matter, does it? We have to do everything we can to try and ensure the survival of the country for our children and our grandchildren. There can be no giving up. I don't know if we're Red Dawn. You know the Democrats are owned by the Chi-Coms. They're going to use Chi-Com troops. They're going to use UN troops. They're going to do whatever they want. So people say, well, what's the sense in even trying then? If that's what you want, good. Don't come looking for my group, because I don't need that kind of attitude in there. We have to do everything we can to ensure our survival. I'm still looking for a few good patriots with a mindset similar to mine. There are plenty of groups all across the country. You just have to know where to look. I just don't see the USA lasting more than a year or two tops under this communist regime. Everything they've already done within the first 3 days is all designed to collapse America. Where do you think we're headed? Make your own plan. We've got a little time. You're behind the 8 ball if you haven't been getting ready. I wish I didn't have to make this video, but we've all known that something is coming. We didn't know when it was going to be. We got a 4-year reprieve when President Trump was elected. The traitor Barry Soetoro was supposed to hand the reins to Hillary, and then we'd have been done 2 years ago. Everything was in place. Now, with another communist regime, because of the November shenanigans, they don't need to wait 8 years of one traitor and put in another one. Just get prepared, folks. Please. Like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. For now, JT, signing off.